The market never slept. Even under the broken lights of the outer station, the alien slave market stayed alive. Cages hung from metal rails. Some were stacked, some dragged across the floor. Chains rattled. Voices shouted prices in harsh alien tongues. The smell of oil, blood, and fear mixed in the air. Humans did not come here often. But this one did. His name was Evan, a human traveler, former soldier, now just a man moving from job to job. He kept his jacket closed and his head low as he walked through the market. He was not here to buy. He was only passing through. That was what he told himself. Evan had seen war before. He had seen death. Still, this place made his stomach tighten. These were not prisoners of war. These were broken people, sold like tools. He walked past cages filled with miners, servants, fighters, children. Some screamed. Some begged. Some stared with empty eyes. Evan did not stop. Then he heard it. A voice. Quiet. Weak. Almost lost in the noise. Please, buy me, human. He stopped. Slowly, Evan turned his head. The voice came from a cage close to the ground, smaller than the others. Rusted. Bent. Inside, a single figure sat on the cold metal floor. She was not begging loudly like the others. She was whispering. The alien woman looked tall even while sitting. Her armor was gone. Only torn cloth covered her body. Chains wrapped around her arms and legs. Her skin was a deep gray blue, marked with old scars. One of her horns was broken near the base. She lifted her head. Her eyes met Evan's. They were not desperate. They were tired. Very tired. Evan felt something hit his chest. Not fear. Not pity. Recognition. He stepped closer to the cage. The seller noticed him and smiled wide, showing sharp teeth. You like this one, the seller said in broken trade speech. Cheap. Broken. No fight left. The alien woman did not look at the seller. Her eyes stayed on Evan. Please, she whispered again. Buy me. Evan frowned. Why? He asked quietly. The seller laughed. Why? She is useless. Once a warrior. Now trash. Evan's eyes moved back to her. He noticed the way she sat today. Straight spine. Shoulders back. Even in chains, there was discipline in her posture. She was not trash. What was she? Evan asked. The seller shrugged. Commander. Big battles. Big losses. She refused orders. Saved weak ones. Empire did not like that. Evan's jaw tightened. The alien woman spoke again. Her voice shook, but her words were clear. I will not beg again, she said. If you walk away, I understand. Evan noticed her hands. That was when he saw it. On her left arm, half hidden under dirt and dried blood, was a tattoo. A symbol burned into skin long ago. Simple lines. A circle. 3 marks crossing it. Evan froze. His breath stopped. That symbol was not alien. It was human. It was a mark of an old human coalition unit. A unit that no longer existed. A unit Evan had served in. That's not possible, Evan whispered. The seller leaned closer. You like the mark? Strange. Yes? She got it during a war with humans. Evan stepped closer to the cage until his boots touched metal. How did you get that? He asked her. The alien woman closed her eyes for a moment. When your soldiers were trapped, she said, your leaders left them. Mine told me to finish them. She opened her eyes. I disobeyed. Evan swallowed. She continued, her voice steady now. I broke them out. I fought my own side. I carried wounded humans to safety. Her fingers curled slightly. One of them mocked me. He said, you fight like one of us. Evan felt the market fade around him. He remembered the screams, the smoke, the retreat that never came, the allies that saved who they could. Where is he now? Evan asked. The alien woman looked down. Dead, she said. Most of them are. Evan clenched his fists. The seller cleared his throat. Interesting story. Still broken goods. How much? Evan asked. The seller's eyes widened. You want her? Price is high. Evan did not answer. He was staring at the chains, at the wounds. at the way she held herself like a soldier waiting for orders. "Why ask me?" Evan said softly. "Why not another buyer?" She looked up at him. "Because you saw me," she said. "Not the cage. Not the price. Me." The market noise crashed back into Evan's ears. He stepped back. He could walk away. Many did. That was the smart choice. This place was not for heroes. Heroes died early. The alien woman lowered her head. She did not reach out. She did not cry. She waited. Evan took a slow breath. He reached into his jacket and touched the thin metal tag he still carried. His unit tag. Old. Scratched. Useless to everyone else. Not to him. "I didn't come here to buy anyone," Evan said. Her shoulders stiffened. "But," he continued, "I don't leave soldiers behind." The seller laughed again. "Then pay." Evan looked at the seller with cold eyes. "Open the cage," he said. The seller hesitated. "Credits first." Evan placed his tag on the cage door. "You see this symbol?" Evan asked. "It means something to me." "To her." The seller sneered. "Symbols don't buy slaves." Evan met his gaze. "No, but humans do." Slowly, Evan reached for his credit chip. The alien woman watched his hands. Her breath came faster now. "Hope. Small. Dangerous." The seller grinned, and the market leaned closer, because no one bought a broken warrior, especially not a human. And yet, Evan stood there, ready to change everything. The cage opened with a slow metal scream. The seller removed the power lock and stepped back. Evan did not rush. He watched the alien woman carefully, the same way soldiers watch each other after battle. She did not move at first. Her hands trembled slightly as the chains loosened. Not from fear, from weakness. From days, maybe weeks, without proper food or rest. Evan stepped closer. "Easy," he said. "Take your time." She nodded once. Slowly, she pushed herself up. Her legs shook. For a moment, Evan thought she would fall again, but she did not. She stood. Even broken, she was tall. Strong lines showed under the torn cloth. Her posture straightened without thought. Muscle memory. Soldier memory. The seller clicked his tongue. "See? Still standing. Maybe not fully useless." Evan ignored him. "What is your name?" Evan asked. The alien woman hesitated. Her jaw tightened. "They erased it," she said. "But I was called Kael'thara." Evan nodded. "I'm Evan." She looked at him carefully, as if placing the name somewhere safe. The seller waved his hand. "Payment later. You want story?" She loved stories. Kael'thara's eyes hardened. "She speaks the truth," Evan said. "Let her speak." The seller shrugged and stepped back, already bored. Kael'thara took a slow breath. "I was born to war," she said. "My people trained from childhood. Strength, control, obedience." Her voice was calm, but every word carried weight. "I rose fast. I learned faster. I followed orders." Evan listened. She continued, eyes fixed on nothing. "I became a commander. I led fleets. I led ground forces. I won battles others could not." Images filled her mind. Burning skies. Marching lines. Orders shouted across smoke. "I believed in the empire," she said. "I believed order mattered more than mercy." Her hands clenched. "Until the human war." Evan's eyes narrowed slightly. She noticed. "Your people fought differently," she said. "You were weaker in numbers, but you protected each other. You did not leave wounded behind." She paused. "That confused us." Evan said nothing. "In the final campaign," she continued, "we trap a human unit in a ruined city. My superiors ordered full destruction. No survivors." Her voice dropped. "I refused." Evan felt his chest tighten. "I saw you're wounded," Kael'thara said. "Medics shielding soldiers. Soldiers shielding civilians. You fought to save." She swallowed. "I broke formation. I turned my weapons on my own allies." Evan slowly exhaled. "That tattoo," Evan said. "One of my unit did it." She nodded. "He was dying," she said. But he smiled. He said I fought like a human. For a moment, neither spoke. The market noise felt far away. What happened after? Evan asked. Kael'thara's eyes darkened. They called me traitor, she said. They stripped my rank, my name, my armor. She touched the broken horn on her head. They broke this in public. Evan clenched his jaw. I was sent to the pits, she continued, forced to fight for entertainment, win and live another day, lose and disappear. How long? Evan asked. Years, she said simply. The seller laughed from behind. She was famous. Crowds loved when she fell. Kael'thara did not look back. One day, she said, I refuse to fight again. I dropped my weapon. Her voice did not shake. They beat me, starved me, sold me. She looked at Evan now. I was not asking you to save me, she said. I was asking you to end it. Evan felt the words hit hard. You wanted me to buy you so you could die free, he asked. Yes, she said. Evan shook his head slowly. That's not happening. Her eyes widened slightly. You don't understand, she said. I am hunted. The Empire will come. Evan met her gaze. Then they'll have to deal with me. The seller snorted. Brave words. Humans die easy. Evan toned. You ever fight one who had nothing left to lose? Evan asked. The seller looked away. Evan turned back to Kael'thara. You saved my people, he said. That makes you my responsibility. She stared at him. No one chooses me, she said quietly. Evan stepped closer. I did. Something broke in her expression. Not weakness. Relief. She lowered her head slightly. Then give me one thing, she said. What? Evan asked. Not chains, she said. Not orders. Evan nodded. Agreed. A warning alarm suddenly echoed through the market. Red lights flashed. The seller stiffened. Patrol, he muttered. Empire scouts. Kael'thara's body reacted before her mind did. She shifted her stance. Eyes sharp, shoulders ready. Even weak, she was still a warrior. She looked at Evan. They are looking for me, she said. If you leave now. No, Evan said. Ships roared outside. Heavy boots hit metal floors. Evan stepped beside her. Looks like your past followed us, he said. Kael'thara straightened fully. For the first time since the cage opened, her voice held steel. Then let them come, she said. I have not stood beside an ally in a long time. Evan allowed himself a small smile. Neither had he. The alarm did not stop the market. It never did. Red lights flashed across metal walls. Empire patrol ships hovered outside the station windows. Boots moved fast. Sellers shouted louder. Buyers pushed closer. Fear made prices rise. The seller grabbed Kael'thara's chain again. Auction now, he said. Patrol means hurry. Kael'thara did not pull back. She stood still, calm, ready. Evan stayed beside her. A small crowd formed. Rich traders, arena owners, collectors of rare fighters. They looked at Kael'thara like an object with history, not a person. The seller raised his voice. Former commander, veteran of 5 wars, broken, but trained. Start bid high. A tall alien raised a claw. Low bid. She is weak. Another laughed. I'll buy her for the pits. Let her fall again. Kael'thara's eyes stayed forward. Evan felt anger rise, but he kept his face calm. The seller pointed at Evan. Human already interested. You bid. Evan nodded once. The crowd murmured. A human, someone said. Strange. The seller announced the starting price. Evan's jaw tightened. It was high. Too high for a man living on short contracts. Another bidder raised the price. Then another. Numbers climbed fast. Evan calculated in his head. He had savings, emergency credits, a ship repair fund. It would not be enough. Kael'thara leaned closer to him. Stop, she whispered. You have done enough. Evan did not look at her. Human, the seller called. Still in. Yes, Evan said. The price jumped again. A wealthy arena master smiled. I can go all day. Evan felt the market close in. The noise, the eyes, the pressure. Kael'thara spoke again, softer this time. I did not ask for this, she said. Do not ruin yourself. Evan finally looked at her. You didn't ask to be ruined either, he said. The seller slammed his staff on the floor. Final bids. The arena master raised his claw again. Evan hesitated. He thought of the tattoo, the ruined city, the soldier who smiled while dying. He thought of the rule his unit lived by. No one left behind. Human, the seller asked. Last chance. Evan stepped forward. I bid, he said. The arena master laughed. You cannot afford this. Evan reached into his jacket. He pulled out a small metal object, his unit tag. He held it up. This, Evan said, is my final bid. The market went quiet. The seller frowned. That is not currency. No, Evan said, but it is proof. Proof of what? Someone mocked. Evan's voice stayed steady. Proof that she saved human lives, he said. Proof that she fought with honor when others didn't. The seller sneered. Honor does not pay. Evan nodded. Then I'll pay the rest, he said. He removed his credit chip and placed it on the platform. All of it. Gasps spread through the crowd. The seller scanned the chip. His eyes widened. This is everything you have, he said. Yes, Evan replied. The arena master hesitated. He looked annoyed, not afraid. I withdraw, the arena master said. Broken toys are not worth trouble. Murmurs followed. The seller smiled slowly. Sold, he said, to the human. The chain locks released with a sharp click. Kael'thara exhaled sharply. Her knees buckled. Evan caught her before she hit the ground. The seller tossed Evan a data slate. Ownership transfer complete. Evan looked at the slate. Then he dropped it on the floor. The crowd gasped again. The seller shouted, You fool! That's your claim. Evan crushed the slate under his boot. I don't own her, Evan said. No one does. Silence. Kael'thara looked up at him, confused. Evan met her eyes. You're free, he said. Her breath caught. That is not how this works, the seller snapped. Evan turned slowly. You took my credits, Evan said. The deal is done. The seller hesitated. Patrol boots echoed closer now. Empire officers entered the market. They scanned faces, cages, tags. An officer's eyes landed on Kael'thara. There, the officer said. That one. Kael'thara straightened. Evan stepped in front of her. She's with me, Evan said. The officer laughed. She is property of the Empire. Evan did not move. She is free, Evan said. The officer raised his weapon. The market held its breath. Kael'thara placed a hand on Evan's shoulder. Do not, she said softly. I will not watch you die for me. Evan spoke without turning. Relax, he said. Humans negotiate differently. He reached into his jacket again. This time, he pulled out a small transmitter. He pressed it. A human voice filled the market speakers. Coalition emergency channel. Human veteran under threat. The officer froze. More murmurs. More whispers. The officer's comm buzzed. He listened. His face tightened. You did not mention you were registered, the officer said to Evan. Evan shrugged. You didn't ask. The officer looked at Kael'thara again. Then away. Move along, the officer said. This one is not worth a report. The patrol left. The market noise returned, louder than before. Kael'thara stared at Evan. You spent everything, she said. For me. Evan nodded. Credits can be earned again. She searched his face. Why? She asked. Evan answered simply. Because someone once paid for my life, he said. With theirs. Kael'thara's hands trembled. Slowly, she lowered herself. Not into chains. Not onto her knees. She bowed her head in warrior respect. I will stand with you, she said. Not as property. As ally. Evan offered his hand. Good, he said. I could use one. She took it. Behind them, the seller watched in silence. No one had ever paid that price. And lived. They left the market without looking back. Evan walked fast, but not careless. He knew places like this did not forgive mistakes. Kael'thara stayed close to him, not behind. Beside, the station corridors were narrow and dim. Pipes leaked steam. Warning lights flickered. Every sound felt too loud. Kael'thara's steps were steady at first, then slower. Evan noticed. "Say it," he said. "I am fine," she replied. She was not. Her breathing grew uneven. Her hand brushed the wall for balance. Her strength was running out now that the danger had passed. Evan stopped. "No hero act," he said. "Sit." She hesitated, then lowered herself onto a crate. Her shoulders sagged. For the first time, she looked truly exhausted. "You should have left me," she said quietly. Evan knelt in front of her. "I already told you," he said. "Humans don't quit halfway." She watched him, confused. "You expect something," she said. "Payment, service, a vow." Evan shook his head. "I expect you to live," he said. "That's it." That answer shook her more than chains ever had. They reached Evan's ship soon after. It was small, old, scarred from use. Not a warship, not impressive. Kael'thara studied it. "This is all you have?" she asked. "Everything I need," Evan said. The ramp lowered with a tired hiss. Inside, the ship was clean but simple. One bunk, one chair, a medical bay barely big enough for two. Kael'thara stopped at the door. "I do not deserve shelter," she said. Evan did not answer. He gently guided her inside. The ship sealed shut. The outside noise faded. Silence filled the space. Kael'thara flinched. Silence used to mean danger. Evan guided her to the medical bay. "Sit," he said. She obeyed without thinking, then frowned. "I followed an order," she said. He gave a small smile. "Old habits." He activated the scanner. Lights moved over her body. Multiple fractures healed wrong, Evan muttered. Internal damage. Severe malnutrition. She watched him work. "You have done this before," she said. "War teaches many skills," Evan replied. He cleaned her wounds carefully, slowly, with focus. Kael'thara tensed at first, then relaxed. No pain came, only care. "Why does this feel wrong?" she asked quietly. "Because kindness feels strange after cruelty," Evan said. She closed her eyes. A tear slid down her face. She wiped it away quickly, embarrassed. Evan said nothing. When he finished, he handed her water. She drank slowly, carefully. "Where will you take me?" she asked. "Off this station," Evan said. "Somewhere quiet." She nodded. The ship lifted gently. Through the viewport, the market disappeared into darkness. Kael'thara watched until it was gone. "I thought freedom would feel louder," she said. Evan leaned back. "Freedom starts quiet," he said. "It gets loud later." She considered this. "Why did you really buy me?" she asked. Evan took a breath. "Because you chose mercy in a war built on cruelty," he said. "And because someone once did the same for me." She looked at him. "You are still fighting," she said. "Every day," Evan replied. They traveled in silence for a while. Then Kael'thara spoke again. "If the Empire finds us," she said, "they will kill you." Evan shrugged. "They'll have to catch us first." She studied him. "You are not afraid," she said. "I am," Evan answered. "I just don't let it choose for me." Kael'thara lowered her head. "My people taught obedience," she said. "Not choice." "You alone," Evan said. The ship entered hyperspace. Stars stretched into light. Kael'thara felt her body finally relax. Her eyes closed. She slept. Evan watched her from the pilot seat. Not as a weapon, not as a burden, as a person who had not slept safely in years. Hours passed. The ship dropped out of hyperspace near Quiet Moon. No patrols. No traffic. Evan powered down. Kael'thara woke slowly. She looked around, confused. "You're safe?" Evan said. She nodded. Then she did something unexpected. She stood. She moved in front of him. Slowly, she lowered herself. Not fully kneeling. A warrior's bow. "I was a commander," she said. "I failed my people. I failed myself." Evan stood. You saved lives, he said. That matters more. She lifted her head. If I stay, she said, I will not be weak forever. Evan met her gaze. I didn't rescue you to keep you weak, he said. She straightened. Then teach me your way, she said. Evan smiled slightly. First lesson, he said. You eat. You rest. You heal. She almost smiled too. Almost. Outside the ship, sensors flickered. A faint signal. Unnoticed. Not yet. The warning came too late. Evan was checking the ship systems when a soft alarm blinked on the console. No sound. Just a red light pulsing slow and calm. He froze. That alert only triggered for one thing. Tracking. Evan's fingers moved fast. He pulled up the signal map. A thin line stretched across space. Weak. Old. But real. They tagged us, he muttered. Kael'thara was already awake. She stood from the bunk, moving carefully but with purpose. The Empire, she said. It was not a question. Evan nodded. They placed a tracker on the market station, he said. Probably tied to your old ID. Kael'thara closed her eyes. I told you, she said quietly. I am poison to those around me. Evan turned to her. No, he said. You are proof. That scares them. The ship's sensors flared again. Multiple signals appeared. Not close, but moving. Kael'thara's posture changed. Her back straightened. Her eyes sharpened. Pain faded behind training. How long? She asked. Hours, Evan said. Maybe less. She nodded. Then we prepare. Evan stared at her. You can barely stand, he said. I stood and was, she replied. Evan hesitated. Then he handed her a datapad. Command map, he said. Old human system. Simple. She studied it. Your people fight with space, she said. Not numbers. Evan smiled. Now you're getting it. They worked together. Evan adjusted engine output. Kael'thara rerouted power manually. Her hand shook at first, then steadied. Empire ships favor direct pursuit, she said. They will try to surround. So we don't let them, Evan said. He plotted a path toward an asteroid field near the moon. Kael'thara frowned. That area is unstable. Good, Evan replied. The ship launched. Space swallowed them. Minutes passed. Then sensors screamed. Contact, Evan said. 3 ships. Kael'thara leaned over the console. Light hunters, she said. Fast. Armed. The Empire ships appeared on the screen. Sharp. Clean. Confident. A voice cut through comms. Former Commander Kael'thara. The voice said, Surrender. The human will be spared. Kael'thara stiffened. Evan killed the channel. They lie, he said. I know, she replied. But they will offer again. The first shots flashed across space. Blue light burned past the hull. Evan pushed the ship hard. The asteroid field loomed ahead. Massive rock spinning slow and deadly. This will tear us apart, Kael'thara said. Evan grinned tightly. Only if we fly like them. He cut engines. The ship dropped. Kael'thara grabbed the rail as gravity shifted. Are you insane? She asked. Maybe, Evan said. But I'm alive. The ship drifted between asteroids. Silent. Invisible to scans. Empire ships charged in at full speed. They did not slow. They smashed. One ship clipped a rock and exploded. Another lost shields and spun away. The third ship slowed, cautious now. Kael'thara watched, stunned. You planned this, she said. Evan nodded. They expect fear. Humans use patience. The last ship fired blindly. A shot grazed their hull. Alarms blared. Kael'thara moved without thinking. She strapped in, took the manual controls. What are you doing? Evan asked. Finishing the fight, she said. Her hands flew over controls she barely remembered. She timed the spin. The ship slid behind an asteroid, then out, right behind the Empire hunter. Evan fired. The shot hit clean. The Empire ship limped away. Silence returned. Evan exhaled. We're not clear yet, he said. Kael'thara nodded. They will send more, she said. They will not forgive this. Evan leaned back. Good, he said. I hate unfinished business. Kael'thara looked at him. You should leave me, she said again, before it costs you everything. Evan met her gaze. I already spent everything, he said. Credits were cheap. She stared at him. You risk war, she said. Evan shrugged. Wouldn't be the first time, he replied. Kael'thara's hands tightened. 4 years, she said. I believe I deserve chains. She looked at the stars. Now they are chasing me because I chose mercy. Evan nodded. That's how you know you were right. The ship drifted deeper into space. Behind them, the Empire regrouped and marked their path. The hunt had begun. The Empire did not wait. They never did. Hours after the asteroid escape, Evan's sensors picked up new signals. Stronger, smarter, slower. Not hunters, enforcers. Evan stared at the display. They sent command ships. Kael'thara stood beside him. Her body still hurt, but her eyes were clear, focused. They learned, she said. That makes them dangerous. Evan nodded. Then we don't run. She looked at him. You mean we choose the ground, she said. Exactly, Evan replied. They moved toward a dead zone near Shattered Moon. Broken gravity. Old wreckage. No civilians. No traffic. A place forgotten. Evan powered down non-essential systems. Kael'thara watched him closely. You are giving up speed, she said. I'm giving up noise, Evan answered. They waited. The Empire fleet arrived in formation. 3 large ships. Drones spread wide. A voice cut through comms again. Cold. Calm. Kael'thara, the voice said. This ends now. Kael'thara stepped forward. She activated the channel. I am here, she said. But I do not kneel. The voice paused. You were once a commander, it said. Now you hide behind a human. Kael'thara's jaw tightened. Evan spoke, calm and clear. She stands beside me, he said. Not behind. The channel cut. Weapons powered up. Evan turned to Kael'thara. I can fight, he said, but I need you to lead. She looked at him, surprised. I am no one now, she said. Evan shook his head. You're the only one here who's fought them and lived, he said. That makes you command. Silence. Then Kael'thara nodded. Very well, she said. Then listen carefully. She stepped to the tactical display. Their ships rely on shield timing, she said. Strong front. Weak cycles. Evan watched her hands move. Slow at first, then faster. She remembered. We strike during reset, she said. Not to destroy. To confuse. Evan smiled. Humans love confusion. The first Empire ship fired. Energy tore through space. Evan rolled the ship hard. Hull screamed. Kael'thara stayed steady. Now, she said. Evan fired a single shot. It hit the lead ship shield just as it cycled. Not enough to break it. Enough to make it flicker. Kael'thara's eyes narrowed. Again, she said. They move like one. Dodge. Fire. Drift. Fire. The Empire ships adjusted. Drones launched. Too many. Evan's console flashed red. We're losing ground, he said. Kael'thara closed her eyes. Then we change the fight, she said. She reached for a lock system. Evan stiffened. That's dangerous. So is dying, she replied. She activated old command codes. Not Empire. Not human. Mix. Codes written in blood and survival. The wreckage around them woke up. Old defense drones. Dead satellites. Forgotten weapons. They did not belong to the Empire. They did not belong to anyone. They answered Kael'thara's signal. The battlefield shifted. Empire ships hesitated. What is this? Evan asked. The past? Kael'thara said. And it remembers me. The drones moved. Unpredictable. Violent. Empire formation broke. One ship took a direct hit. Shields failed. Another tried to retreat. Kael'thara stood taller now. Pain forgotten. Press, she said. Evan pushed engines to the limit. They flew straight at the largest ship. The Empire commander appeared on screen. You are finished, he said. Kael'thara stepped into view. No, she said. I am standing. She transmitted everything. The orders she refused. The civilians saved. The executions ordered by the Empire. Data flooded the channel. The Empire commander's face changed. You would expose us, he hissed. Kael'Thara's voice was steady. I already paid the price, she said. Now you will too. The broadcast went wide. Civil systems, trade lanes, neutral worlds. The truth spread. The Empire ships faltered. Not from damage. From doubt. Evan fired one last shot. It disabled the command ship's core. Silence followed. The remaining ships jumped away. They did not chase. Evan powered down. His hands shook now that it was over. Kael'Thara leaned against the wall, breathing hard. She laughed once. Soft. Disbelieving. I stood, she whispered. Evan walked to her. You led? He corrected. She looked at him. For the first time, she said, I chose a fight. Evan nodded. That's what freedom looks like, he said. Outside, the broken moon drifted. Behind them, the Empire retreated. But the galaxy had heard her voice, and it would not forget. The silence after the battle felt unreal. Evan's ship drifted near the shattered moon. Systems cooled. Warning lights faded one by one. Outside, stars burned calm and distant, as if nothing had happened. Inside, Kael'Thara sat on the floor, her back against the wall. She was breathing slowly now. Alive. Evan handed her a cup of water. She took it with steady hands. They ran, she said. The Empire ran. Evan nodded. They heard you. Kael'Thara looked toward the viewport. For years, she said, my voice meant nothing. Evan leaned against the console. It does now, he said. A soft alert chimed. Incoming message. Not hostile. Evan raised an eyebrow and opened the channel. A neutral symbol filled the screen. Then another. Then many more. Independent worlds. Trade councils. Border fleets. They were watching. A calm voice spoke. This is a free systems council, the voice said. We received your broadcast, Kael'Thara. She stiffened. You are cleared of all charges, the voice continued. The evidence is undeniable. Evan glanced at her. Her eyes were wide. We offer you restoration, the voice said. Rank, command, sanctuary. The channel stayed open, waiting. Kael'Thara did not answer right away. She looked at Evan. What would you do? She asked quietly. Evan shrugged. I'd choose a place where I can breathe, he said. She turned back to the screen. I accept none of it, she said. The council voices reacted at once. Confusion. Surprise. You refuse, the voice asked. Yes. Kael'Thara replied. I will not wear their symbols again, even if they are clean. Silence. Then the voice spoke again, softer now. Then what will you do? Kael'Thara thought for a moment. I will live, she said, and I will help where I choose. The channel closed. Evan exhaled slowly. That was big, he said. Kael'Thara smiled faintly. I was a commander once, she said. Now I want to be myself. They stayed there for a while. No orders, no alarms, just quiet. Later, Evan guided the ship toward a small station on the edge of nowhere. Not Empire, not Council, neutral. They docked without trouble. As the ramp lowered, Kael'Thara paused. She looked down at her hands. They will still see me as a slave, she said. Some will. Evan stepped beside her. Some will see a warrior, he said. Some will see a leader. She nodded. And you? She asked. Evan looked at her. I see a friend, he said. She blinked. Then she laughed. A real laugh this time. They walked into the station together. No chains. No guards. Just two people among many. Days passed. Then weeks. Kael'Thara healed. She trained. Slowly. Carefully. She learned human systems. Evan learned alien tactics. They worked together. Transport jobs. Escort runs. Quiet rescues that never made the news. Rumors spread about a former alien commander who refused an empire, about a human who stood in front of fleets and did not move. One evening, as they watched a small sunset through the station glass, Kael'thara spoke. Why did you really crush the ownership slate? She asked. Evan smiled. Because if I kept it, he said, it would follow us forever. She nodded. My people believe ownership defines worth, she said. Humans learned that lesson the hard way, Evan replied. And some of us still forget. She looked at him. I whispered to you in that cage, she said. I asked you to buy me. Evan met her eyes. And you were wrong, he said. She tilted her head. I was not bought, she said slowly. No, Evan replied. You were chosen. Kael'thara closed her eyes. For the first time since her fall, the weight lifted. Not because she was forgiven, but because she forgave herself. A message arrived days later. Empire space had erupted into protests. Worlds questioned orders. Soldiers refused commands. The truth had spread. Kael'thara read the report in silence. They will hunt me forever, she said. Evan leaned back. Good, he said. Means they're afraid. She smiled. What are we now? She asked. Evan thought. 2 people who survived, he said, and didn't become monsters. She stood. She extended her hand. Not in oath. Not in debt. In choice. Evan took it. Somewhere far away, the Empire watched stars it no longer controlled. And somewhere closer, a former alien warrior and a human veteran walked forward. Not owned. Not commanded. Free.